Good morning. My name is Dr. Tajuana Lordeus, and I am excited to be with you today to share this presentation on how you can become a PA. A little bit about myself. I've been practicing as a PA since 2002 when I graduated from Central Michigan University's PA program. I've worked in women's health, family practice, primary care, senior care, the jail, local county jail, emergency medicine, urgent care, and now I currently work in psychiatry. So as you can see, I've had a wonderful journey throughout my career, and I'm excited to share with you how you can become a PA and share a little bit more about what being a PA entails and more about our profession. The title of this lecture today is The PA Journey. The American Academy of Physician Associates is the national professional society for PAs, PA students, and pre-PAs. The goals of our organization are divided into three larger buckets. The first one is to advocate and educate on behalf of PAs and their patients. The next bucket is to ensure professional growth, personal excellence, and recognition of PAs. The third bucket is to enhance PA's ability to improve the quality, accessibility, and cost effectiveness of healthcare. AAPA has over 70,000 total members, including about 20,000 student members and 4,000 pre-PA members. We're going to watch a video now that shares a little bit more about how PAs go beyond for your health.
Quality healthcare goes beyond prescriptions and procedures. It's about making people feel cared for. No one knows that better than physician associates. PAs have the medical training and expertise you'd expect, and the patient-first perspective you'd hope for. We make you the priority. We make sure you're heard. We give you confidence in the care you receive. Because physician associates don't just see patients. We see you, a one-of-a-kind person with one-of-a-kind needs. And we'll never stop going beyond to deliver the professional, personalized medical care you deserve. See how PAs are redefining healthcare for patients and communities everywhere. Visit pasgobeyond.com. Quality.
That's a wonderful video demonstrating how PAs devote their time and their expertise to providing excellent care that makes you the center of the care. Now we'll transition to discussing what is a PA in a little bit more detail. So, PAs are licensed clinicians who practice medicine in every specialty and setting in healthcare. They are highly trusted and respected healthcare providers. They are rigorously educated and trained at a master's degree level with over 2,000 hours of clinical rotations. Some PAs even choose to go beyond the master's and obtain a doctorate. I am one of those PAs. I graduated from Central Michigan University's program in 2002 and practiced for many years in various areas of medicine as a PA. Then in 2022, I decided to go back to school and obtain a doctorate, and I graduated from Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions doctoral program. And I had a concentration in psychiatry that I focused my doctorate on. PAs are dedicated to expanding access to care and transforming health and wellness through patient-centered, team-based medical practice. Our profession is growing with approximately 190,000 PAs in the United States. Woohoo! PAs have more than 590 million patient interactions each year. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly can a PA do? What are we capable of? What will our training allow us to actually participate in and perform? And this is often called scope of practice. It is determined by many factors, such as our education and experience, state or federal laws, employer or facility policies, and patient needs. In addition to our comprehensive training, PAs may also hold certifications or on-the-job training that influence their scope of practice. After I obtained my doctorate with a concentration in psychiatry, I actually sat for a certificate of added qualifications specifically in psychiatry. And that's just another layer of documentation and certification that shows others that I've had some additional training and a level of expertise in that particular field. We PAs work collaboratively with the entire healthcare team to prioritize patient needs and provide quality care. PAs perform many essential healthcare tasks. PAs can serve as a primary care provider. We can own our own practices, as many of my colleagues do. We can perform major medical procedures. And of course, we can prescribe medications. We even can deliver babies. And even greater things are possible, such as solving a public health crisis. Haley Arsenault is the youngest American ever to orbit Earth, and she is also a PA. Another interesting fact about myself is I have had many dreams over the years, and I've often thought that I might go into journalism and contemplated studying that in college. But in recent years, I put my writing love to work and actually published two children's books that are available on Amazon. So that's just one example that you can live out your dreams as you become a PA. If you have an interest in music, creative arts, drama, so many different things, you are able to pursue those things as well as practice as a PA. Isn't that marvelous? PAs practice everywhere. We are in hospital settings. We are in the medical offices. We are in community health centers, nursing homes, retail clinics, educational facilities, workplace clinics, and correctional institutions. And this slide demonstrates that 51% of PAs work in an outpatient office or clinic, 38% work in a hospital. 6% of us work in an urgent care center. PAs also serve in the uniformed services, such as the military, and work for federal government agencies like the Department of Veterans Affairs. PAs also practice across a wide range of specialty areas. To highlight some of the top specialties, 28% of PAs work under the surgical subspecialties, such as in orthopedics or general surgery. 20% of PAs work in primary care. 13% work with internal medicine, and 7.5% work in emergency medicine. And as I demonstrate through my professional background, when I first became a PA, I actually worked at a health department that had in its building primary care, women's health, pediatrics, and epidemiology. So we were able to treat STDs and monitor patients with TB, tuberculosis, and HIV. So that was a marvelous start to my career. But since then, I've also worked in urgent care, emergency medicine, senior primary care, and now for the last many years, I think since 2015, I've worked in psychiatry, which is the field that I think that best aligns with my skills and my interests. So this demonstrates how PAs can work in every state, every setting, and every specialty. So, as you're thinking about what I've just shared with you, think about what specialty sounds interesting to you and that you may plan on practicing in as a PA. Do you think you would enjoy practicing in pediatrics? Are you more of an emergency medicine person? Do you think you might enjoy surgery or being part of an internal medicine group? There's so many opportunities available when you are trained as a PA. Now, it's okay if at this time you aren't really sure what specialty you may want to practice in. Career flexibility is one of the most often cited reasons PAs choose this profession. PAs have the ability to change specialties over the course of their career, as I just demonstrated. You can learn more about the areas of PA practice in the Areas of Practice guide that you can access by the unique QR code. The Areas of Practice Guide is a one-stop shop for information about different PA specialties or modes of practice. Here you can compare two unique specialties by education or salary. You can also learn more about the education required to practice in the specialty, current news as it relates to the specialty, and many other resources. These can help you understand what a typical day looks like for the PA. This resource is available with any AAPA account, even if you are not a member. And we'll talk more about the AAPA resources close to the end of this presentation. So let's go into how you actually become a PA. We'll start with PA education. At this time, there are about 321 accredited PA programs. Like any career, it all starts with education. To share some history about PA education, the first PA class graduated from the Duke University PA program in 1967. Soon after that, in 1968, AAPA was established, and 50 years later, the profession is still expanding. The best resource for your program research is the PAEA program directory, which I've linked in this presentation. The PA Education Association works closely with both AAPA and PA programs to enhance PA education. Their program directory provides specific program details, education requirements, and contact information. There is also a paid resource that AAPA members receive, through which AAPA members receive a discount called My PA Box. My PA Box provides comprehensive program information, including the application requirements and common applicant details. This resource even allows you to enter your personal GPA and test scores to see how likely you are to be accepted to that program. I want to provide an overview today of the steps that you'll need to take to becoming a PA so that you can prepare for this journey and you can feel confident in your ability to become a PA. First, spend your time as a pre-PA preparing yourself in your application for PA school. Then you must graduate from an ARC-PA accredited entry-level PA program. ARCPA accredited entry-level PA program. Most entry-level PA programs are graduate level master degree programs. However, some PA programs also offer a pre-professional phase to undergraduates. You will also need to become board certified and licensed to actually practice in your state. Now you're a PA and you can begin working with patients and maintaining your license with continuing education throughout your career. As we talk about step one, preparing, you need to work hard and gain all of the prerequisites and healthcare experience that each particular program may require. Start by researching PA programs to understand their unique requirements. As you can see from this slide and the slide before that, that there are a lot of different factors that can contribute to a PA program's unique build, such as the school type, program length, the class size, the degree requirements, track type, and so much more. The program must be accredited. The type of track that a program offers can vary. While most programs follow a traditional application timeline, some programs offer a pre-professional track, as I mentioned previously, where undergraduates can gain additional prerequisites and experiences. Some programs also offer early assurance, which guarantees admissions into the PA program for those who participate in the undergraduate track. Typically, applicants need to complete 2 years of college coursework in basic and behavioral sciences prior to program admission. Many programs also require prior healthcare experience with hands-on patient care, so make sure to invest your time wisely as a pre-PA. Most students will have a bachelor's degree and about 3 years of healthcare experience before entering a PA program. Finally, some programs require entry-level examinations such as the GRE or the TOEFL exam, which will test your reading, writing, speaking, and listening abilities. Other tests may include the CASPER, the PA CAT, the SAT, the ACT, and the MCAT, but these will each vary depending on the program that you're applying for. Make sure you refer to the PAE program directory that was mentioned earlier, because this is a great tool when you are searching for specific program details, their application requirements, and whether the program uses the traditional CASPA application system. Now, one of the tips that we like to offer prospective students is that as you narrow down your program search, try to find 5 to 6 programs that best fits you. As you're doing your research on programs, try to look at their mission statement, their goals, and see if that aligns with some of the things that you'd like to do as a professional PA. When applying to a PA program, you will likely be using CASPA, which is a centralized application system administered by PAEA. In addition to your CASPA application, some programs may ask for a personal statement, written references, a supplemental application, or an on-site interview to actually secure your seat. And most require a financial deposit as well. Now, as you can see on this slide, this is some of the information that I just reviewed, but pay attention to some of the fees. As you can see, the supplemental application may include a fee of $25 to $125 per application, and the deposit required to secure a seat in a PA program ranges from $100 to $2,000, and it is non-refundable. So check on, when you get ready to apply for CASPA, check on opportunities if you are having financial hardship that may be available. There are a lot of steps to follow when applying to PA programs, but AAPA offers a variety of unique resources that will boost your application and help you prepare for PA school. One of these resources is the Pre-PA Record Keeper, where you can hold on to any relevant application materials, such as your certifications, awards, or experiences, until you are actually ready to begin your application. Feel free to scan the QR code on this slide so that you can have access to that pre-PA record keeper information. And as you can see on this slide, many times pre-PA students are very, very busy in their undergraduate years doing activities such as volunteering, participating in extracurricular activities, developing their leadership abilities. And some may have teaching experience or engage in various shadowing opportunities. So there's a lot of things to keep up with that would look amazing on your application. And this is one resource to make that happen. Once you have been accepted into a PA school, you're meeting your new peers and feeling eager to learn. Most programs are broken down into the didactic and clinical phases. With the exception of a few programs that offer special tracks, most programs require a full-time commitment to a very organized structure. All accredited PA programs offer a master's level degree. Now, when I went to PA school, I have to disclose to you that I thought I could make a little extra money on the side. So I actually accepted a position in our local hospital as a certified nursing assistant, because that was what kind of work I did in my undergraduate years. But I quickly found out within a couple of weeks that my program required such rigorous amount of time and work that I was not able to sustain a practice of working and attending the PA program. Everyone is different, their capacity is different, but just know that most programs will require you to be fully committed to their very organized structure and work requirements. Didactic is the first half of PA school and is typically about 13 months long. PA students are taught medical knowledge, clinical reasoning skills, and how to apply that knowledge to clinical situations. Topics covered during that didactic year include anatomy, clinical medicine, biochemistry, pharmacology, physical diagnosis, physiology, pathophysiology, microbiology, clinical lab science, behavioral medicine, and medical ethics. All of these types of courses are very similar to the courses that medical students in medical school take in the first 2 years of medical school. This is done in that early didactic part of your PA education over the course of about 13 months. So, as you can very much imagine, you will be very, very busy learning and studying really hard during that year. Following the didactic phase, you will put what you have learned in the classroom to action by completing a series of diverse clinical rotations under the direction of a preceptor. You'll complete more than 2,000 total hours of clinical rotations, which could include family medicine, internal medicine, obstetrics, gynecology, surgery, pediatrics, emergency medicine, behavioral, and mental health care. There are also electives that allow you to customize your experience, and some programs have additional rotations that are not even listed here. Clinical rotations will conclude your PA program. Some of the electives that I chose when I was in PA school is an HIV clerkship, and I also did an extra family practice rotation in rural health. And so that kind of helped shape the education that I was able to glean before I actually started practicing as a PA. Moving on to steps 4 and 5, after graduating from an accredited PA program, you are eligible to take the Physician Assistant National Certifying Exam, also known as the PANCE. And this is a 300 multiple choice exam administered by the NCCPA. The exam is taken electronically and does require a fee as well. All states require at a minimum that PAs must graduate from an accredited PA program and pass the PANCE before practicing. Once certified, you can now use the PAC designation and practice as a PA. I was so very, very proud when I actually got the C to add on to my PA credential. Don't forget, practicing PAs are expected to complete 100 hours of continuing medical education credits every 2 years and take the recertification exam every 10 years. And at this time in the landscape of PA practice, it's very, very easy to get those 100 hours of continuing medical education credits through reading journals, attending conferences and webinars. So many opportunities for you to continue your education where you don't have to have it be too costly. So let's continue on the thought process of why should you become a PA? Let's watch this video on is PA school worth it?
Whether you're attempting to get into PA school or you're in PA school in the moment, it's hard. And it's that way on purpose because PA school, it really pushes your boundaries and molds you into a PA. And so, as someone who started didactic year and has survived everything there and is on to clinicals, a lot of the time when you're going through it, it just doesn't seem like there's a chance to stop, and it's crazy. There's a lot of information to learn, but at the end of the day, the thing that you have to remind yourself is this information that you are learning, whether you're an aspiring student or a current PA student, this information is going to be used by you for the rest of your life. And it's information that you're going to use to care for patients. And I've said in a previous video, one of the things that PAs are known for is the interpersonal communication and the quality of care that we provide.
as well as interactions with patients. And so this information that you're learning, it definitely seems like overload. And I promise you remember a lot more than you think you do. But this is information you're going to use for the rest of your career. You're going to be using it to treat your patients and provide top-notch quality care that PAs are known to provide and will continue to provide for years to come.
That was an amazing video. I hope that gives you encouragement when you're a busy student learning so much information. You will recall that information when it's actually time to use it, and you will test well, and you will be an asset to many of the patients in your community. So be encouraged, as the gentleman was just sharing about your PA journey. Now, looking towards the future, the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that the PA profession will grow by 31% by 2030. It is also among all healthcare jobs ranked at number two. The PA career is ranked at number two and the number four best job overall. In many eyes, even more important than how the job market ranks the PA profession is how PAs rank the profession. And 89% of us practicing PAs would definitely recommend this career. Part of the reason that we PAs love our jobs is because there are so many diverse opportunities, as I've alluded to, and placements out there for PAs, giving the PA profession a job market score of 8 out of 10. Another favorable feature of the PA profession is that work-life balance, which is ranked at a high score of 8 out of 10, meaning that PAs feel like this career provides a strong balance between their personal and professional responsibilities. Now, unfortunately, there are some disparities in the PA workforce. Of the more than 190,000 PAs in the United States, only 3.4% are Black and only 7.2% are Hispanic. Race concordant care, which it means that providers and patients are of the same race, is proven to be associated with better patient-provider communication, longer patient visits, improved medication adherence, and higher patient satisfaction. In a 2023 Harris poll seeking patient experiences in today's healthcare, more than half of the adults, actually 54%, said that they would feel more comfortable seeing a healthcare provider who shares their background. Learning and creating change strategies for increasing diversity in healthcare is of utmost importance for improving health equity outcomes for traditionally marginalized patients. Creating interventions along the educational pipeline is required to improve upstream factors that influence health inequities, access issues, and lack of diversity in the healthcare system. PAs are one of the fastest growing healthcare professions, yet lack diversity among current PAs and PA students. Despite the growth in the profession of the more than 190,000 PAs in the United States, as I said, only 3.4% are Black and only 7.2% are Hispanic. Black and brown patients are challenged to find a PA that looks like them. Therefore, we must increase PA representation of underrepresented minorities so that we can improve health outcomes for Black and Indigenous people of color patients. The racial makeup of first-year PA students does not match with the general population breakdown of Black and Hispanic individuals at 13.4% and 18.3% respectively, which is limiting the ability to provide race concordant care. Most people of color experience racism and discrimination in healthcare settings and receive worse medical care. For the most recent data year, American Indian and Alaska Native people receive worse care than white people for 44% of quality measures. Asian people receive worse care than white people for 35% of quality measures. Black people receive worse care than white people for 52% of quality measures. Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander people receive worse care than white people for 36% of quality measures. Hispanic people receive worse care than non-Hispanic white people for 37% of quality measures. And this slide makes it in a bigger, bolder way to share with you how in 2023, Black people had worse quality of care than white people for 52% of quality measures. That's very, very sad and very, very much unacceptable. This slide depicts a quote by Cicely Little Wolf, who is a physician, and it states, "It's so important that patients see doctors who look like them, who come from the same cultural background, because it increases trust, but also that cultural awareness. I always think, if not me, who then? Who would do this?" So now we'll get into some of the AAPA resources that I mentioned previously. AAPA offers membership that is for pre-PA students. It's a pre-PA membership at $50 per year. And this membership gives you a lot for your money. It gives you access to Huddle, which is an online community network of student peers and practicing PAs with matches to mentors. It gives you access to PA Money Sense, which is a guidance and tool to help budget and plan personal finances during PA school. It also gives you access to pre-PA webinar series, which is a new PA professional or PA student resource featured each month, highlighting different tools, information, and insights for PA programs and practices. Pre-PA Virtual Mixer is another resource that your pre-PA membership will provide, and this will allow you to connect with practicing PAs and PA students. AAPA conference also will offer a pre-PA workshop. And it's a live all-day workshop designed for pre-PAs to strengthen their application, learn from current PA students and educators about what to expect, attend a resource fair tailored to pre-PAs, and build essential career skills. Another great member benefit is our webinar series. Each month, we feature a new PA professional or PA student resource. In the pre-PA webinar series, you can find tools for financial health using the CASPA application service, perfecting a personal statement, and so much more. In the PA Like a Pro series, we highlight different specialties of PA practice, such as surgery, dermatology, and psychiatry. The webinar host is always a highly respected PA who provides insights into the average day, average patient, and other aspects that are unique to whatever particular specialty is being featured. My favorite pre-PA resource is to promote is our live all-day workshop designed just for pre-PAs. This is your chance to strengthen your application, learn from current PA students and educators about what to expect. You even can attend a resource fair that's tailored to pre-PAs to help build your essential career skills. In 2025, this conference was held in Denver, Colorado. In 2026, this conference will be held in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we'll offer this workshop. I want to also highlight that we are offering a free AAPA account with limited access to resources. By setting up a free account, you can gain access to the areas of practice guide that I mentioned previously, a complimentary registration for live webinars, and other resources that are designed to help pre-PAs and PA students. Now, if you're seeking more PA or PA program information, you'll also find tools for your application and choosing a career or networking and other opportunities. This full pre-PA membership is really the best option. Feel free to scan these QR codes with your phone. Now, we also have, under the umbrella of AAPA, various constituent organizations. And the next couple of slides will highlight some of those constituent organizations. I encourage you to scan the QR code because many of these organizations offer scholarship opportunities. An example is the African Heritage PA Caucus. They offer the Prentice L. Harrison Annual Scholarship in the amount of $500 to $1,500. And this scholarship is awarded to a student member of the African Heritage PA Caucus to provide financial assistance to members who are considered an underrepresented minority within the PA profession and or considered an economically disadvantaged individual. And it is actually named in memory of Prentice L. Harrison, who's the nation's first African American physician assistant and one of the founding members of the African Heritage PA Caucus. And another opportunity is the Hispanic Scholarship Fund in the amount of $500 to $5,000. And the fund emphasizes science, technology, engineering, mathematics, the STEM degrees. However, students in all majors are encouraged to apply. And to be eligible, the applicant should be of Hispanic heritage, have the GPA of 2.5 for college students, be a United States citizen, permanent resident, or other eligible non-citizens as determined by FAFSA. So there are many scholarship opportunities that may be available as you begin to apply for your acceptance to PA school. Another scholarship that I'll mention is the Joyce Nichols Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. And this scholarship is for Black PA students and is named after the first Black woman, Joyce Nichols, to practice as a PA. We're going to watch a video that provides advice for pre-PA students.
So, my advice for aspiring students would be to never give up. Always make sure you find balance in your life.
Send that email to the PA whose work you really enjoy. Comment on that one person's Instagram page whose posts really resonate with you. Go attend that conference, even though you're not sure if anyone else you know will be there.
And during your application and interview process, pay attention to all the details of the schools and really try to find the best fit for you as well.
Even if you're afraid, even if you're timid, just do it. Do it afraid. Give it all you got. Be 100% yourself. Be 100% on your game. And so don't start any habit of believing the false narrative of you can't, because you 100% can.
Stay strong. Remember why you're doing this, because one day there's going to be a patient in your care who's going to look to you for help. And so that is why we do this. That is why we put in the hours. And that's why we care about our profession.
That is a wonderful way to end our segment together today. Many of us need to be reminded of our why. Even when you've been practicing for many years, as I have been practicing for over 20 years, I still often reflect on the early beginnings and what was my why. Why did I go into healthcare? Why did I want to help others live more fuller, abundant lives? Remembering your why will keep you strong. It will encourage you and help you to keep moving forward in your PA journey. I thank you for listening to our presentation today. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm Dr. Tajuana Lordeus, and I am able to be reached through my email on this slide. I am also on LinkedIn, frequently providing content, and as a resource, you can feel free to reach out to AAPA through their website as listed here on this slide, or the pafoundation.org. And you may also reach out to Kim Williams, who's the Vice President for Health Equity and Community Engagement, and she has also listed her email address on this slide for you. I encourage you to connect with us, to reach out to us, please, if you have any questions. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.